Driving in Europe versus the United States. 14 differences. 1. Speed traps. American cities use surprise traffic cameras, but Europe focuses more on speed warnings, signs alert, to cameras and traps ahead. Few U.S. areas require such notice. 2. Unusual laws. It is illegal to smoke while driving in Greece. A €200 fine applies for wearing flip-flops behind the wheel in Spain. Cyprus bans eating or drinking while driving. Germany prohibits stopping on the Autobahn. Sweden and other Nordic countries mandate headlights at all times. And fire safety comes first in Bulgaria. Drivers must carry extinguishers at all times. 3. Traffic signs. In the US, warning signs are yellow diamonds, but in Europe, they are red-bordered triangles. 4. Driving rules. In the US, you can turn right when the light is red. That's if no cars are coming. But in Europe, red means stop right away. 5. Roundabouts versus four-way stops. Roundabouts are very common in Europe. Four-way stops are standard in the US. Europeans are accustomed to yielding at roundabouts rather than full stops. This allows traffic flow to continue moving. 6. Driver's license. Getting a driver's license in Europe is harder than it is in the US. In Europe, you must take months of classes. There are required hours of classroom theory and behind-the-wheel practice. Then you must pass 2 exams. One is a written test on driving theory. Another is a practical road test. Only once you pass both will you get your license. 7. Smaller cars. Cars are generally smaller in Europe due to narrow streets and high gas prices. Large SUVs are less common. Smaller cars allow for easier parking and maneuverability. 8. Fueling up. Gas costs more in Europe. Fueling differs too. European stations are mostly self-service. You pump your own gas. Payment options vary. Some have cash counters, others have automated kiosks. US stations can require prepaying inside first, but many pumps now have credit card readers. 9. Traffic fines. Traffic fines are higher in Europe. Norway is the most expensive, at $768 for speeding. Other costly European countries are Sweden, Italy, and Iceland. The US ranks 25th at $70 per ticket, but state laws impact fines too. 10. Traffic light placement. In Europe, they are on the intersections side, but in the US, lights are suspended in the middle. So expect to look left or right for signals in Europe. 11. Passing etiquette. In most European countries, the left lane is for passing. You can stay there if you drive slowly. Plus it irritates faster drivers. They can pass on the right lane in some places. 12. Street parking. Parking on streets is much more common in Europe, especially in cities. Street parking is limited in most US cities. Europeans are skilled at parallel parking in tight spaces. 13. Pedestrians' right-of-way. Pedestrians have the right-of-way at crosswalks in Europe. In the US, cars are not required to stop for pedestrians at crosswalks. Pedestrians must wait for a gap in traffic before crossing. 14. Legal driving age. In Europe, it is generally 18, but in the USA, some states allow driving at just 16.